What is a short squeeze and how to predict one? Hey there guys, this is Matthew with Crypto Traders Pro, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about short squeezes. I think this is a very relevant topic right now based on how Bitcoin and some of the other large cap cryptocurrencies look on the charts. So let's dive into the video. Now, the first thing I want to go over today is the BTC USD chart. This is the Bitcoin chart on Bitfinex. This is the exchange that I prefer to trade on, and also the chart that I prefer to do my analysis on. Now, all year I've been saying, and other people have been saying too, that we think $3,000 is going to be the bottom, or at least an area on the chart where it's going to bounce. So I've mapped out the current support line and I've mapped out the current resistance levels on the chart. Right now there is going to be some resistance up here between 5 and 6K, which I do believe we are going to test, and there is some support between 3.6K and 3K. And I'm basing that off of 2017 on the chart, where we came up here, tested this level $5,000 as resistance, came back down, retested $3,000. We also tested 3.6K here and here, and then it went off to the races. It broke 5K, and now we're back at these levels after it broke down on this descending triangle. So all year long, with this long descending triangle was forming. And again, this is the daily chart, so each candle represents one day. This descending triangle was forming. It had the breakdown. It broke down past 5K, but it never retested that area. So this area was support all year long. 6K tested a couple times throughout the year, but it hasn't retested as resistance yet, and I think that's going to happen. So now that I've laid out the support level and the resistance level on the chart, I'm looking for an entry, and I would like my entry to be as close to 3K as possible. I have been thinking that it could go below 3K, maybe as low as 2,800, but I do believe the weekly chart, which I now have pulled up, will be closing above $3,000 because that support has not been tested since September 2017, and that is the last charted support area that we have before that real big run, besides 6K. So 6K was support, now the next support is 3K. If it does break below this and it doesn't hit support or find support anywhere, the next nearest level will be 1,800, which was support right here. And then zooming all the way out, we have 1,175, which was the 2013 highs. Now, I don't think we're going to go that low, but there's always a chance that could happen. You can't just assume that, okay, it has support at 3K, 3K is going to be the bottom. I'm not going to consider any possible downside risk. No, that's not a good trading strategy. So what we have right now on the weekly chart, we've had a couple weeks in a row now that have been red. It's going to go down and test 3K. Well, how do you know a short squeeze has happened? How do you know that's even a possibility here? Well, on Bitfinex, which is my favorite exchange, they offer the shorts chart. So if you type in on TradingView BTC USD shorts, you're able to see the amount of people currently long or short, in this case, on Bitcoin. And this will show for every coin you're able to margin trade, and that's mostly the top 10 to 20 market cap coins that Bitfinex has. But the BTC USD shorts chart was at an all-time high this past week. So every time it's gotten to this level, right around 40K shorts, 40,000 Bitcoin open in a short position, it's had a squeeze. And the reason I could tell it's a squeeze is because all these shorts suddenly rapidly close their positions, like this big red candle right here. What's happening here, we could look it up exactly on the BTC chart. This happened on April 12, 2018. Now going back to April 12, 2018 on the BTC daily chart, let's see where it was, right here. So April 12, 2018 was a short squeeze. And look what happened. Bitcoin was coming all the way down from 12K. It was kind of consolidating, going sideways, and people were piling in shorts. People kept shorting it, even though it was going sideways, and as soon as they start to get underwater, as soon as those shorts are now red in their position, they're going to get scared. They're going to be sweating and thinking, okay, it shoots up like this on the 12th. They're all red. Anybody that was shorting in this zone right here was down on their position. They were at a loss. And in order to close your short position, you have to buy. It creates additional buying volume. Also, add that buying volume to the regular buyers, and the price is just going to rocket up. Then what happens is those shorts, if they don't close their position, they're likely going to get liquidated, especially if they're over leveraged. And I see a lot of people using way too much leverage, and when they get trapped in these scenarios, Bitfinex will close your position. If you don't meet the margin maintenance requirement, which I believe is 15%, if you don't have that in your account anymore, they're going to liquidate it. They're going to take automatically exit you out of that position, market buy your shares, and you're going to end up with a big fat loss. And that's exactly what happened here on April 12th. It rocketed up, and then it continued that short-term uptrend for about a month before rejecting off this trend line and coming back down. Let's see if I can find another example. How about right here? It retested 40K, and then it came down. These shorts closed very quickly over the course of about a week. It looks like about 7 or 8 days here. It hit 40,000 shorts, and then it just closed. And this was on August 22nd, 2018. Let's see where it was on the chart. August 22nd was right here. So again, this one's not as prominent, but we get these patterns where Bitcoin, it's near a support level, which in this case was 6,000, and it's going sideways. It rejected off 6,000 a few times. It's going sideways, and suddenly it starts to uptick. Suddenly it starts to moving out of that consolidation zone, and shorts get nervous. Then they start either manually closing their positions, or they're forced to liquidate their positions by the exchange, which is most likely what happened here, and all those shorts closed, and they did eventually get bought back up, but they did close for a short period of time. Now, this has happened a few times this year. Every time it's gotten to this $40,000 level on the chart, we've seen a rejection and the price in shorts start to close. But something happened the other day where we actually broke above the 40,000 Bitcoin shorts level. It actually set new all-time highs right at about 43,500, and then it started to close. So 3 days in a row, they started to close a little bit. Now today, a little bit more opened up. And what is Bitcoin doing? Well, Bitcoin is actually still kind of consolidating. It looks like it's making that bottom like this. But I've also considered, maybe this isn't the bottom, and it does have that extra leg down. And I do think it could go down and test 3K before bouncing, or maybe it wicks a little bit lower at 2,700 before bouncing. Alls I know, this bounce is likely going to happen, and it's going to be fueled by these shorts getting liquidated, as it's happened every single time. It's happened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It didn't quite get to 40K here, but it happened here as well. So I wouldn't imagine this time is any different. It's happened 5 times already. We know when shorts, too many people are shorting into a trade, too many people are betting against that Bitcoin is going to keep dropping. We know they're likely going to get liquidated as soon as the price starts going against them. Right now, shorts are cocky. They think Bitcoin's going to go down to $1,000, but looking at this from a trading perspective, it's a terrible risk reward to try and short right now when the profit is only going to be a couple $100, because we know $3,000 is a support and a ton of people are waiting to buy there. So the closer it gets to 3,000, the more risky it is to take a short position. Now, I do think it could be a good short position if it gets up in this red box, because I know $6,000, $5,000 is going to be acting as resistance. So I would not be surprised if we had a short squeeze take us all the way up to 5,000 to 6,000, somewhere in this red zone, and then it slowly fades away or rejects, comes back down, sets a new low. I'm not sure what happens from there, but that could be a good shorting opportunity. In this green box, no, I'm not looking to short. I'm waiting patiently to go long, because I think shorts are going to get squeezed, and it's going to get real ugly for everybody that's betting against Bitcoin right now. I think the market sentiment is very negative and low, and usually when that happens, it turns around rather quickly. And we've had several weeks now without a bounce. I know the RSI, it was oversold. It's actually showing this bullish divergence on the RSI and the price. So I'm betting, maybe we do have another leg down. We hit 3,000 or 2,700, but eventually these shorts are going to get squeezed. And when these shorts get squeezed, it's going to create ton of buying volume, and it's going to push the price back up, and there's going to be a ton of profit potential to be made. Now, one that I'm looking at also is Ethereum, which you could also do this on. ETH USD shorts. You could look these up on Bitfinex. Here's what the daily chart looks like. Ethereum shorts are also at an all-time high, and they're sitting around 400,000 or 389,000 right now. So there's roughly 400,000 Ethereum shorts betting that it's going to keep falling. Now, to me, I think it's crazy. Why are you betting against Ethereum? It's already down and dropped like 90% on the year. Why are you going to keep betting against this? Eventually, it's not going to work. Eventually, I'm sure it'll go back up, or at least shorts are going to get squeezed. Right now, Ethereum is down 93% on the year, and I've highlighted all the support levels on the chart. And I'm looking back here at 2017 levels, which it bounced off of this area right here that it's consolidating in right now. It bounced off $82, $83, right in this zone, and there's also clear resistance at 102, 104. Now, if we go all the way back to the current time of the chart, and we zoom in real close so we could see, it bounced right off 82 at this support line, and it's rejecting off about $100 or $102 this wick touch. So now we have Ethereum kind of printing that same pattern as Bitcoin, where the shorts are at an all-time high, the price is really suppressed, but it's near a key support level. But with Ethereum, the one thing that I don't like is the next nearest support zone is really somewhere down here. So somewhere in this zone, which is between 40 and mid-50s, low 50s, somewhere in this zone, I would imagine it could also bounce. But this is another significant drop. It's going to be another 50-60% drop from the current price. And I just know we haven't seen a rally in so long. The last big rally that we saw on Ethereum was right here, where we had about a month or month and a half of uptrend or green before it started downtrending again and fading away. And now we've just seen it drop from $220 all the way down to $88 without any signs of a bounce. And shorts are cocky. That's why shorts are at an all-time high. They haven't seen any bounces, so it's like the opposite of FOMOing into these big green candles. It's like FOMOing into these red candles. Shorts are just thirsty to get more downside, but realistically, how much is left? I'm not sure, but I would bet it's not a ton based on the chart, where it's at, and the support levels. I do not like shorting into support. If I was to go short, I would like to be shorting into resistance, not shorting into support like right now. I also don't want to be shorting when shorts are at an all-time high, because that means too many people are on one side of a trade. Usually when that happens, the opposite happens. So you could also look up longs, ETH/USD longs, and I see, well, the longs aren't at an all-time high. They're kind of not doing much, really. So there's not a lot of people betting long right now. Even with Bitcoin, let's see what it's doing. Longs are pretty normal, pretty flat all year long. They've been ranging around this level. There's a lot more shorts than long right now, and if I was to choose a side, it's not going to be with the shorts because we're near support levels on the chart. The risk-reward ratio is not good, and I'm betting a short squeeze is going to happen. It's not just going to go down forever, and as soon as the price does start moving up, as soon as Bitcoin breaks 3,600, as soon as Bitcoin breaks over $100, then all those shorts, all those people shorting over the last week or two are going to be down on their position. And the only way to exit your short position is to buy and create more buying volume, because when you're shorting, you're taking a negative share position in the market. So if I was to short one Bitcoin, I'm going to have negative one Bitcoin. It's basically an IOU saying I'm going to buy back that Bitcoin, so I have zero. So I'm flat, don't have a position anymore. That's how you exit your short position, by creating buying volume. So if buyers are coming in and shorters are trying to close their position by buying in, that's just a ton of buying volume coming in. The price is going up. More shorts are bound to get liquidated, and it's just kind of that domino effect. Now with Ethereum, I imagine the price could go as high as over 150, let's say 160s. I think this area right here has to be tested again as resistance, which is between 160 and 200. I think this is a realistic level to go, but my first target will be breaking $100, then see how it reacts at 120, which is also going to be resistance. So that's pretty much it. I want to make this video to sum up what's going on in the markets and why I think a short squeeze is going to happen, and a little bit more what a short squeeze is. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment below if you think a short squeeze is going to happen now that you have a better understanding on how to spot those short squeezes yourself. Again, it hasn't happened yet, and once it happens, you'll know because the price is likely to shoot up and shorts will close very quickly. So keep an eye on the Bitcoin and Ethereum charts and all the other coins, because Litecoin looks very similar. A lot of the other top market cap coins look very similar to this. And generally, they do follow the Bitcoin's outline. So if Bitcoin starts to go up, a lot of the USD pairs are also going to go up with it. So keep that in mind as you're making your trades over the next month or so. Again, I'm not sure when this is going to play out. It could drop lower, so don't take my advice here and look for an entry right now. Wait until that confirmation. Wait until we test $3,000, or wait until we start to move up and have that breakout retest pattern I like. Look for key support levels on the chart to use as your risk level, and make sure you go into each trade with a plan. Again, my name is Matthew with Crypto Traders Pro. You could find me at cryptotraderspro.com and the Crypto Traders Facebook group. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the moon.